Hi, this is Cynthia. It is Cynthia Ortiz. It is Christmas, December 25th, 2022. This is the last conversations I've had with my family. Uh, so, this is, everything's very positive, and then all of a sudden, nothing. See that? Look like we have a fight or something. A fight. So, but that's common for Mr. Perry when he butts into something he's not invited into. Didn't invite him to Oklahoma and didn't introduce him to my family, and sure shit would never have taken him around my family. So everybody's very upset with him today that I woke up at Christmas morning in my car again, and not in a bed, not watching football and Christmas movies all day, not eating the normal food I eat. Last night I had some chips that were on sale for $1 and a banana from Quick Trip and some eggnog, and that's it. All day long, that's all I was able to afford. They hacked my apps. Did you guys check my bank accounts this morning, Calvin? Charles, Lucius, all you guys, check my bank accounts. How much cash does she have? Is she going to DoorDash today? We need to get her out. We can't have her hunkering down. We got to get her out driving so we can call the cop on our payroll, have him pull her over and take her car away, and see if we can force her against her will to leave Oklahoma, where she's a threat to our crime, like no one else has been in our lives. When's your crime been caught this much? When in your lives has your crime been caught this much? See, you're not getting the cause and effect, and that's what makes you stupid in this very easy. So easy, it's not fair. When you cause problems like this for me and my family, I'm not with my family today, so my guys are pissed. Very, very, very pissed. These are people you don't want to piss off. They told me your name, Lucius. They told me your name, Calvin, and that you're bald and fat. They told me your name, Sanjay, and that you're Charles's hacker. And they told me your name, Geppetto, and that you're his paid witch to cast spells on me. Didn't work again, did it? So, this is the last conversation I have with my cousin, and it's very positive. There's no fight, as you can see, nothing. I haven't heard from her in a while, so my cousin's wife, and so everybody's very, very furious with Mr. Perry that today it's Christmas. I'm sitting in my car. They're chomping at the bit to take my car away so they can make me leave Oklahoma, where I came to be, to get away from them. I didn't come to pick a fight with the people that lived here already, David Robertson and his mafia buddies. I came here to get away from Charles Perry, who came up here and hired the mafia buddies to try to kill me and traffic me. I've been trafficked. What these guys do is tear down your life to where there is nothing left. They'll ruin your career. They'll ruin your reputation. They ruin your family relationships. They ruin... In fact, at one point, we have Mr. Perry telling somebody, I want her cousin Craig to go get her and tell her, why don't you come stay at our house? You don't need to be homeless, sleeping in your car. But what we really want him to do is take him to the border of Texas and dump her out and tell her, don't come back to Oklahoma. But I don't know if they actually told Craig that. The thing is, we got it before it got any further, I believe. I mean, can you imagine the psychological torture that would be to my cousin? I mean, this is our conversations. There's no fighting. There's no fuss. That's how I knew you called Fabian, because there was no fuss between me and Fabian. Fabian and I got along fine. I told a friend of mine just like this in a private Facebook message. She said, are you dating anybody? I said, no, but there's this guy at work I like. And, I go to work, and the next thing I know, he was an asshole to me. He was very hostile. All of a sudden, no fight. And I'm going, Charles called. When Charles comes around, everything that's fun is unfun. Everything that's good is fucked up. Everything that you like, he'll take it. And you can't figure out why nobody wants him. He's by himself. Delusional. He has a voyeur camera on me somehow in my car and in my home, wherever I am. And he uses my body against my will to pretend he has a real love life. There's never been a date. There's never been sex. There's never been anything like that at all. He goes around telling everybody, oh, that's my girlfriend. And people started, I'm quoting somebody right now, people started wondering about his mental status when after 6 years, He's been seen with her friends and family, but never with her. And he's telling everybody that's his girlfriend. She won't have a fucking thing to do with him. Well, would you, if somebody made you sleep in your car, took everything you loved, everything you worked for, ruined your life? Here's the thing. We're gonna be a dating service for Mr. Perry because he's fucking desperate and alone. Unwanted, rejected, and told on. And he has been for a decade now. He's beneath me so far, he's not even on the radar of something I would want. I don't go out with the man unless he respects my boundaries and makes sure I don't miss a meal. Respecting my boundaries means when I tell you, stay the fuck away from my family, you stay the fuck away from my family, period. When I tell you, I'm not to be broke again. And that actually came from my boss that won't call you back. She's not to be broke again. And all of a sudden he takes everything I have. That was what he understood. That's why they think he's mentally retarded. He can't understand what people say. Because what we said was, she's not to be peeped on anymore. She's not to be broke again. She's not to have, you contact her. No more. Mr. Perry did not understand what those words mean. And his response was a fail, and a big one. So what he did instead is, the place where I was staying, because he already got me kicked out of my apartment, we've been over that. My landlord asked him, how many people have you gotten kicked out of their homes? We had that recorded, sir. My boss has it. The one that won't call you back. That gave me Lucius's name, and Calvin's name, and Geppetto's name, and Sunjay's name. After you had that hotel refuse my payment, kick me out, and refused to let me take my things, they stole my stuff, everything I own. And now I'm sleeping in my car on Christmas Day. So, we got those names because you made my guys so pissed off at what you put me through that day. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. They got all kinds of calls, Mr. Perry. Remember, there's 12 reporters involved in our Need to Know. Some of them called, our hearts are broken for her. What in the hell is wrong with him that he did that to her? What is wrong? You guys need to hurry the hell up with this. That was awful that he did that to her. Today, they're very, very upset. Also, Mr. Perry, 12 reporters. 3 are not in the United States. Appalled and outraged that I'm sleeping in my car on Christmas Day. So did you guys have your little meeting and figure out how much gas I have and how much money's in my account? And when is she going to DoorDash? We got to set up the orders, Sanjay. Calvin and Sanjay. We got to get her to this place so we can have her pulled over, take her car, and make her leave Oklahoma. Did y'all do that today? We assume you did. You do it like every day. So we did hear some of their people talking this morning after reviewing, hold on. This. Mr. Perry has no fucking idea what that means, that email right there. It says Mr. Perry intends to arrange a false arrest to coerce me. And it also says, they are not Weeble Wobbles. They call themselves Weeble Wobbles. Isn't that weird? These guys are all daycare. They act like they're 2 years old. They use daycare code words. They use, but here's the thing. You're Jenga, and I'm the Jenga piece. And every time you push-pull me, we get what you just said. So, after reviewing all this, we need to force her back to Texas against her will, or we can do more harm to her. So, here's the thing. Any women out there, any of you guys looking for a man who has power, he's, I guess, an elected official still. I don't know. I don't even check. That's not relevant to my life in any way at all. Initially, we wanted him elected. I helped him get elected. Because at the time, before Mr. Perry ruined my career, I owned a political consulting business. I got people elected. I did government reform, and I had all my life. Long before I met Charles Perry. So, if you want somebody like that, sex weirdo as they get, he'll do every weird sex fucked up that normal people can't even think of. And he'll watch you in the privacy of your home. He'll call all your friends and family, ruin your relationships. He'll ruin your business. He'll ruin your career. And traffic you out. So you'll be pimped out. If you would look like a man like that to be your boyfriend, get in touch with us on this Facebook because we're trying to find him a date. Would you like a guy like that? we're looking. Mr. Perry's lonely. He's looking for a girlfriend. He's pretending he has one. He's that lonely. He's that pathetic. Watching me in the privacy of my home or my car, pretending that's a love life. I don't want to touch him. I'll beat the hell out of him if he gets anywhere near me. I think he's the most fucked up monster on the planet. He's a job for me too, by the way. So I'm not in love with him. Doesn't go both ways. He's just imagining something that's not real. He's that pathetic. So if you're a woman out there listening to my podcast and you're interested in a date with Mr. Perry, he's wide open. He's got money, and he won't let you have any of it. He won't spend any of it on you. He'll make you starve to death, and he'll ruin your whole life. And if it's fun, he'll make it unfun. If it's good, he'll take it away. He'll blow it up. If it's something that you like, don't say that you like it, because he'll fuck it up. He'll take something that should take 2 minutes, and it'll take you all fucking day. He'll fuck with it and fuck with it and fuck. He likes to torment and bother and torture and torment and bother and torture and bother and make. If it's fun, he'll make it unfun. He'll ruin everything. He'll fuck up everything. So if you're interested in a man like that, he's available. Just get in touch with us on this Facebook page here, Justice for Sin, and we'll hook you up. Okay? So all this stuff, gonna take her car, gonna take every fucking day. Please take her car. Please make her go to Texas. Please make, like fucking, I don't even, whiny little bitch. He's whiny too. He's very, very drama, whiny, like a fucking girl. He likes to play with dolls. Might be trans and gay too. Okay, just so you know. I don't have any problems with trans and gay, but this is not what I would be romantically attracted to. See, all this stuff, the guys that got me that in jail wasn't up to you, was it, Charles? When we got that, wasn't up to you, was it, Charles? When we got that, was it up to you? No, it was not. We got it anyway. What about that? Nope, not up to you. Not up to you. Was any of that up to you? So, but the guys that got me this are furious that today I'm sitting in my car on Christmas. Michael's drugged. I said it before anybody else said it. Depots weren't taken until May, confirming that. When we got this, wasn't up to you. They're furious with you today that you didn't do what he told you to do. He will not help. I'm not going to help you. I fucking hate your guts. I fucking hate your guts. If you come anywhere near me, I kid you not, you better have a helmet on and a nut cup, because I will beat the ever-living fuck out of you. One is because I've been told you might have a syringe and you might kill me, or a gun. You're not going to kill me. I'm not going to wait to see. And two, I'm that pissed off at the ruin you've caused in my life. You're a repulsive piece of trash. This was also a recording our cops got. Point out for me the marks on Mr. Neely. Somebody else was talking about it. That looks like he was a fight. Look at the arrest report. Point out for me the injuries listed in the arrest report. That look like he was in a fight. And it looks to me like she pointed it out and you're retaliating against her. That's a violation of Title 18 of the United States Code 1513. Yep. Breaks every law in the book every 5 minutes. All this that we got, not up to you. Not up to you. What did I say? I want you to leave me the fuck alone. I don't know what that's for. We need to take her money so she can't pay her rent. First, I'm getting a new apartment. I finally got my credit up to where I could after Mr. Perry run to the first time. Got an apartment. Or I start looking and Mr. Perry hears about it. There's not going to be a new apartment and a new car. I was looking to trade my car in because he had it hit so much it was all banged up and beat up and it looked bad. So I talked to my car guy about trading it in for a different one. So then we got the Muffin Man out of that, because once you butt into that, my guys got really mad. The ones that give me this, that won't call you back. Yeah, and then they started. He goes. Somebody said, now I got it. I end up getting it, and somebody told one of the guys over here, now she can't say he didn't let her get an apartment and a new car. And the guy goes, do you have any idea what she had to go through to get that? I mean, I had to throw a fit. Make a big deal out of it. You're a stalker. You're not supposed to contact me at all. Stalking is a felony crime, sir. It's federal for you. It is federal for you. It's a felony. And it's whack job too, by the way. It's not normal to stalk and peep and hack, and all of those are felonies. That's federal for you. And all of those are, I mean, Oklahoma could do something. They're lazy or on your payroll. There's a lot of conversations going around right now about whether or not they're on your payroll, just so you know. Because, I mean, it's been 9 years. What's Tulsa Police? What are they doing? Nothing. Okay, but you got the guy in Manford was going to do something. He's dead. But if you got a whole police department, I mean, Manford was 8 cops, little bitty. Lucky made a huge drug bust right before his murder. So he liked to go big. I mean, that was just lucky. That's the way he was. He should have had some backup, and there should have been some more conversations between he and I that weren't. Oh, that's another conversation. I mean, here's the thing. He was killed in the line of duty trying to help me, and he shouldn't have been. Mike is accused of being the murderer, beating him to death. And interesting, Escambia says, when Mike points out he doesn't have injuries consistent with a person who was in a fight at all, much less someone who beat someone to death. You can see he doesn't have a mark on him. My kid here was in a fight. He does. He was only hit 3 times. Nobody died in that fight. So, who had motive to do that? I had just filed a police report with Lucky and Mike 6 days before that murder. A few hours before the murder, they were talking about Jeff Epstein, because they knew they had that kind of crime on their desk. It wasn't just vandalism. Motive. These two weren't fighting. Mike and Lucky weren't fighting. There was no motive. And I'm supposed to testify, and they made sure I didn't testify. I file a motion to intervene. There has to be a hearing on standing. Does she have standing to file this motion or not? No hearing. There's a consistent pattern in a lot of my civil suits and my suit against my landlord and an action with my landlord. Because when they did finally kick me out, they did try to kick me out. I mean, twice. And there was the COVID moratorium. We got Calvin's name out of that, bald fat Calvin. She did exactly what he said. I mean, we can prove this, Mr. Perry. That's why you never let me in court and there's no hearings when there should be. Consistently. Federal. You know what I did this morning when I got up in my car? I did pray my rosary. And as I'm praying my rosary over the last 2 days, you know what comes to my mind is, guess who else prayed his rosary every day? And that would be Justice Antonin Scalia, who died in West Texas while I was in West Texas, while Mr. Perry was in West Texas, while they're planning the next false arrest. Let's send her home, harass the fuck out of her, like get her kicked out of her home and take her car away and ruin her life. And then when she talks about it, we'll say she's harassing us. We'll put it before the Supreme Court so no other girl, no other woman being trafficked, no other victim of our crime can talk about it. We'll find a way to make these women shut up and don't tell on us. So, Justice Scalia was a First Amendment guy. He said, if I'm king and a guy burns the flag, get him, hang him. The thing is, I'm not king. We go by the Constitution, and the Constitution says it is free speech. So my ruling on that case was, flag burning is free speech. You can do it. As hideous as that might seem to the rest of us. Why would you want to? So, but it's a free country. That's what we do. So he was not going to go along with that, was he? He ends up in West Texas while you're planning that and dies. And all of a sudden, everything that happened after that was weird. William O'Ritchie, who is D.C. homicide policeman, murder cop, says, why wasn't protocol? Something's fishy. Why was protocol not followed after his death as it would have been had he died in D.C.? So you had 2 protocols not followed, consistent with your patterns, Mr. Perry. We spot your pattern the second time. Not like, when you fuck with me, we get these. And nothing else. You never get a date. You're not loved or wanted. You're just told on. So when you fuck with me, we get more of these. This is from inside your criminal organization, your little meetings. We're naming your people. We're quoting you in your meetings. You can't name even one of my guys. You have not one quote. So anyways, when I filed my police report for which I was arrested, right after this McNamara email says he's trying to arrange a false arrest, you have to file a police report to get a protective order. Mr. Perry is threatening me with false arrest and murder, death. You need a protective order if somebody's making those kind of threats. I file a police report, and within a week, I'm sent to Lubbock for filing a false police report in retaliation for a public servant doing his job as a senator. Stalking is not part of your legislative duties. You don't legislate in Oklahoma. I've lived in Oklahoma now a decade, 9 years. 9 years, not a day, not a week, 9 motherfucking years. You're not wanted, you're not loved, you're just told on because everybody fucking sick of you and they fucking hate you. Find yourself. We're advertising Mr. Perry as a desperate, pathetic man who's once a woman. We think he's into deviant men. He's saying he wants a woman. Okay, so if you like men like that or that cruel and that repulsive, he's available. Just get in touch with us on this Facebook. He'll ruin your whole life. Call us. See if we get any takers. Bizarro. Okay, so I file a police report, and within a week, nope. First of all, protocol wasn't followed. I wasn't called back by Tulsa police until I'm in jail until the 15th of February. Now we want you to come in and bring your evidence. Part of that evidence would have included a blood test to see if I was being poisoned. Rule it out or confirm it, one way or the other. Mr. Perry, if he didn't poison me, would have made sure there was that test. Not only was there not that test ever, but in Tulsa, there was no test given by Mr. Powell, the DA, who has the legal obligation to collect and preserve all evidence. He's the one that charged me, filed the charges. So they dismissed the case, right? It's not false if nobody investigated it. It was Tulsa police's responsibility. The crime I reported happened in Tulsa. And by law, you gotta file a report if you want a protective order. Why would I not want a protective order? I didn't tell people because the first time I did that, he started trying to mess with me. Okay, every time, these guys he was gonna hurt me. So I tried not to tell people what I was gonna do. That's why I needed a protective order, because he's always trying to hurt me. So if you want a guy that's always trying to hurt you, always trying to take something away from you that you love and care about, always trying to ruin something you worked very, very hard for, get in touch with us on this Facebook page. Mr. Perry's pathetic and desperate and looking. He doesn't have me. He's so desperate, he watches me and pretends he's got a love life. Actually goes around telling people that's my girlfriend. He's that wacky. But if you're into that, let us know. He's looking for a date. We're trying to get him one. So basically, he did what this email says. I sent the email in October 2015. Somebody was very, very deeply disturbed by what Mr. Perry told everybody he was going to do to me. So they told us, our guys. And he didn't do it until January 2016. He's still trying to do it. Y'all talk about whether or not you think I should move to... We're going to make her leave Oklahoma. She's a threat to my crime. You couldn't give me a bigger compliment. You couldn't do it. In my family of cops, there's only one thing that matters. Catch the bad one. The really, really, really bad one. I'm the one that caught the one no one else caught. I'm the one that caught what everybody else missed. I'm the one that had the balls to get that one. The really, really bad one. Everybody else was pussy about it. Not me. I got it. I got that bad guy. I'm the Elliot Ness on this one. Nothing else matters. Not another fucking thing. I am sleeping in my car to do that. To be able to do that. To be able to say that. I'm that one. I'm not a cop, but I'm something. Remember, I'm not allowed to say what exactly my title is, right? Don't you guys have legal on me? Is she operating under the color of law and statute? Right? Don't you wonder? Yeah. Well, no one cares what you think or what you wonder. So right now I'm the victim of crime. Either way, but I'm kicking your criminal ass like nobody you know. When in your lives have your crime been caught this much? So I guess this morning they were talking about it. So in other words, that's not the one. Where's the one? Right here. This was this morning. So in other words, we have nothing to show for what we've done to her all these years. Except more uncovered crime. More than ever in your lives. More than ever, all these years, there's one thing that happens when you fuck with me. You get caught. All these years, it's very consistent. And it's every fucking day. And if she had not, because they hacked my Dasher app, okay? Had she not unassigned to that order last night, we'd be having an entirely different conversation today. But how did I know to unassign it? Because when you fuck with me, you get caught. Been that way for 10 years. Every fucking day, all fucking day long, Calvin, bald fat Calvin and Lucius. You're just not all there either, are you? You're not all there. Here's the thing, I didn't pick a fight with you. I don't know you. David, Lucius, Japan. I don't know y'all. I didn't want to. I didn't come here to pick a fight with you. I came here to get away from a drama and a fight. That Mr. Perry stirs up trouble all the time. Any women out there like some pathetic that just stirs up trouble all day, get in touch with us. He's looking for a date, a real one. Something besides his TV show and a blow-up doll. That's the best he will ever do. If you can save him from that, women, call us, let us know if that's the kind of guy you want. So, again, when I continue to say they have hacked me, and they're using my Dasher app or my Uber Eats app to lure me to a certain location where they can have me pulled over and have my car taken away. They use my Dasher. They'll have their guy call in the order, and then make sure I drive by the guy, make sure the guy's there, he's all set up. Did you do that this morning? Yeah. How many times did you want me to say I told you so? Because that's illegally obtained information. First of all, it's through the commission of a felony. Hacking is a felony. You should know where I am, what I'm doing, what I'm driving, where I'm going. For all you know, but for me telling you, I'd be at my family's. Maybe, for all you know, something changed. Maybe, for all you know, I have a friend I'm going to go eat dinner with later and it's going to give me $300. You don't know. So, what are you getting in my business for? You provoke my guys. They're very, very furious with you. And leaks. And 12 reporters. Very furious with you today that I'm sleeping in my car on Christmas. I just ate a strawberry something. I don't know, some kind of Danish. So that's not that's the closest I've come to having my normal Christmas. Last night, normally on Christmas Eve, I'm gonna have my smoked oysters, my Hickory Farms dinner thingy, and I'm gonna have my eggnog, and I'm gonna sit and watch a movie or something while I decorate a tree. No, that's not right. That's on Thanksgiving. I'm gonna sit and watch a movie. Thanksgiving, I usually decorate the tree. But the thing is, I don't have a home. Women, if you want a man that'll make you homeless, Charles is your guy. He's the one. Otherwise, the best he will ever be is some bitch that's so pathetic and such a reject that the best he can do is sit and watch TV and play with a blow-up doll. And ruin everything you love. And run off every person you love. And ruin everything you worked hard for all your life. You want him? He's available. He's looking for something real. Because all he has right now is some pretend imaginary, bullshit. Doesn't exist to me at all. To me, he's just some skank criminal I'm trying to help catch. So that when I get to heaven and I die and I go to heaven, I'm going to find my granddad and go, did you see what I did? Did you catch that? Were you watching? I just bagged the most evil, wicked piece of shit around. Yep. My granddad was the chief of police in Roswell, New Mexico. And do you believe that law enforcement has one job? One. Relieve suffering caused by crime. That's your only job. There is no other job. To tell victims, you're safe now. We slayed your dragon. He's not going to hurt you anymore. There's no other thing. There's nothing else required with the job of being in law enforcement. It might require your life in doing so, but that's the job. That's what it's all about. Power is in service to others. When you serve others, you actually make yourself indispensable to those people you serve in. They need you. They want you around. When you go around bullying and being mean and cruel, everybody wants you gone. Causing stress, anxiety, hardships, fear, sadness. And people don't like feeling that. They want for that to be gone. That and whoever's causing it, be gone. So our guys can get information like this. And we have names: Calvin, who's bald and fat, Sanjay the hacker, Lucius, Geppetto the witch. We got all that. Now, what I said when I got home from jail in 2015, 16, because my charges were dismissed. They obstructed justice, bottom line, perjured himself. There's no, the judge, Hansen, would have had to have first had, in order to believe there was probable cause that there was even a crime, to sign off on an arrest warrant. First question he should have said is, where's the police investigation and disposition to prove this is a false report? There wasn't one because Mr. Perry obstructed justice. It had only been a week. I hadn't even been called back by TPD yet. No evidence had been collected. If Mr. Perry was not poisoning, he would have made sure there was a blood test to prove that and to prove I lied. But that's not what happened. He was poisoning me. He knew that. So I never got tested. He made sure I didn't. I was illegally detained for 2 months. I lost my house. Everybody was pissed. Everybody was pissed. While I was in jail, I got this puzzle. This was the man at my work, Fabian, that my friend said, "Who you got? You got a boyfriend?" Nope, but there's this guy that I really like at my work. His name is Fabian. Look whose name popped up on that puzzle. Look who's the little pathetic, selfish wannabe butt in here. Me, Mr. Perry is depicted by the word me. He causes sadness and fear. Boo is a private joke between the cop that won't call you back and me. He does not return phone calls to stupid people who are going to waste his time because they don't understand what people say. He said she's not to be peeped on anymore. She's to have her privacy back, and she's to you don't contact her again. And she's not to be broke anymore. And you misunderstood him. So instead what happened is he's spending his time wisely getting information like Geppetto, Lucius, Blankenship, Desiree, people that are in your little creepy guy club. Yep. Anybody want to date with a guy who is so pathetic and so desperate that he can't get a real life date? He has to sit there and watch you on TV and watch women on TV he can never have with his blow-up doll and then ruin their lives. And thinking, oh, now she'll want me. I'll take everything she has and make her destitute and eating out of a dumpster because I'm so bad and so undesirable and so pathetic that only that is worse than me. Actually, to me, it's not. To me, even that's better than you. So we get this stuff every time you piss my guys off, and leaks, and reporters. Okay, so just so you know. So I got this in jail. That's a lot of power. They can get that to me in jail, don't you think? Don't you think, Lucius? Yeah. And it wasn't up to you, was it? It was not. Alright, so he doesn't waste his time. My guy does not waste his time talking to people that didn't understand him because his time has been spent getting intel nobody else has. See, like that. And it's been used wisely. He's building a criminal case against you. Let me explain to you how this guy thinks. He tells me, you know these bitches that come at you with the complaints that you're violating my civil rights, blah, blah, blah. He goes, well, they all have attorneys they can go to with that crap. But a lot of them don't know that. A lot of them do know that, and they just mouthing off at you. And he said, so what I tell him is, okay, maybe I could use a refresher on civil rights. Maybe you're right. Why don't you sit down and write the whole Constitution down, and then write every civil right down that you have, and then take a different piece of paper and write down every civil right you feel like I violated and exactly what did I do to violate it. Okay, and I'll be back in a couple days to pick it up. He goes, you never hear another word about it. That shuts him up quick. Those little drama queen types that whine about you violated my civil rights. I mean, that's how he thinks. Okay? That's what you're dealing with, the mindset of that. I do not have time for Mr. Perry's stupid. He clearly can't understand what people say to him because he didn't do what I said. So I'm not calling him back. I'm going to spend my time doing what works, and that is building a criminal case against him and getting intel to do it. I'm getting intel to do that. That's what we're doing. What did you think he was doing? What did you think I was doing? Huh? Any woman out there want a guy who's that stupid? You want that? Call us. Get in touch with us on this Facebook page. Mr. Perry's looking for a date, a real one. He's had a pretend life for now a decade. Him and his TV show and his blow-up doll. So he's that pathetic. He's very desperate. So he's not going to be picky. All right. Just let us know. We're trying to find the bitch a real live date because he can't get one. So, this is all the stuff that my guy works very hard getting, Mr. Perry, from you to me, or to build a case against you so you go to jail and you can't hurt me anymore. Slay the dragon, Calvin, is what we're trying to do. So I guess they were even talking about it. So we have nothing to show for the past decade for what we've done, except the crime is more uncovered than ever. Here's your shovel, dig away. Did I not say that? You know what else I said in 2016 when I got home? You've gotten away with this all your fucking life. But not this time. Watch this. You like looking? Watch this. And so after that came this. And this. Wasn't up to you. That wasn't up to you. What else was in that book? I have no idea what the plane's all about. Sorry about that. Probably a mistake. What did I say in 2014? I don't want a scandal. All I want is for that little bitch to leave me the fuck alone. Yep. Everybody else moves on. Why can't you? We all get rejected. You're a fail that you can't. Complete fail. Okay? You're not hot. You're not sexy. You're just a fail. This right here, any women out there that want a pathetic guy who's stupid, can't understand a fucking thing you just said, and, is so desperate that he thinks that the only thing worse than him is eating out of a dumpster. Right? Destitute. Then she'll want me. Yeah. Nope, I don't think so. I think eating out of the dumpster, even like, of course, you're fixing to go to jail, so what do you think we're getting all that for? It's not up to you when we get it, is it? Did you guys go over my bank accounts this morning? How much gas does she have? How much money does she have? How much cash does she have? Is she going to DoorDash today? We need to set orders up, don't you? Is that what she said? Is that what she said? You get it all set up? Yeah, I did say you hacked my app, didn't I? I told you that. Didn't I say that? I think I said it a lot. I think I said it over and over and over and over. That's the other thing, women. If you want a man that you have to repeat yourself for all the time, Perry's your guy. He is your guy. So, he's a peeping Tom, pathetic. Can't understand a fucking thing you just said. You have to repeat yourself all the time. It's going to feel like you're in a nursing home. So, if that's your thing, he's your guy. He's available if you want to get in touch with us on this Facebook. So we have, so because I'm sitting in my car on Christmas Day, not with my family, I'm going to say it again. Watch this. Watch this. Because the only thing you have to show for what you've done when we give you the shovel and you dig away, trying to cover up the crime, is it gets more uncovered. You're digging yourself in a hole. Most people are smart enough to stop. Not you guys. It's so easy. There's a reason they call you the Apple Dumpling Gang. There's a reason everybody calls you all that. Because you fucking Forrest Gump, it's so easy, it's not fair. If it weren't so many of you, you'd be in jail already. If there weren't so many, there's a lot of offenders, a lot of victims, and a lot of jurisdictions. So we've gotten all that. This isn't the half of it, David. Mr. Robertson, it's not the half of it, sir. I didn't pick a fight with you. Every time you caused me an injury, though, you're picking one with me. I didn't know you. I don't care. Mr. Perry, I asked you not to contact me. Listen, no one understands why you think I care what you think. Nobody fucking can understand why the hell you think that, delusional. When you're trying to talk to me, he types in my other phone, and a lot of times if I'll stop and tell him to cut it out, he'll stop. Mr. Perry, when were you asked what you thought? Is that what I said? It is not at all what I said. I said, do not contact me. I fucking hate it. I do not care what you think. You're the one. Okay, I'm getting all this, sir. I'm finding more of your crime that you hid all your life than anybody you know. Why would I care what you think? Yeah. See, didn't ask you, Mark Job. I did not ask you what you think. And when you try to talk to me, then it seems like you think I do. And that's not at all what I said. What I said, it's highly inappropriate for you to contact me at all. Highly inappropriate. And I don't want to hear it. Everybody's sick of hearing from you. Everybody's just wants you to shut up and go away. Literally, just fucking, we get this stuff because everybody's, our guys are being, please hurry up. I mean, we're having a hard time watching her live like this. Why is he doing that to her? My guys got calls from reporters today. Hurry the hell up. This is bad. Why is he doing that to her? So when you ask, how did she find out about that? It's always preceded by, Why is he doing that to her? What is wrong with him that he's putting her through that? What kind of monster does that? Yeah. Any woman that wants a man that will completely ruin your life and take everybody and everything you love and is so pathetic, such a fail, you have to repeat yourself all the time, you can't understand a fucking thing you just said. Can't understand cause and effect, same and different, before and after, like daycare shit. He peeps and pretends he has a love life. He's looking for something real. If that's you, if you're into that, if that's the kind of guy you find hot and sexy, then I want you to get in touch with me on this Facebook, because we're trying to hook him up, get him a hookup. Yeah, he can't do it. He's not with me. So I don't date a man unless he respects my privacy and my boundaries. And that includes don't talk to my family. Don't fucking bother my family. I had to distance myself from my family because Mr. Perry apparently was calling them and telling them every horrible thing he was going to do to me. And then when I found out, he thought they were leaks. So he's telling me, are they leaks? Are they leaks? Then he gets recorded talking to some guy at the EPA. Sick in the EPA. I know, I'll retaliate because we think they're informants. Or talking to Cynthia or leaking something. So what we're going to do is sick the EPA on him. And the EPA guy said, you'd be hard. He's a body shop. My family owns body shops. We think that you could do an inspection of any body shop anywhere, and you'd be hard-pressed not to find one that didn't have one violation. So Mr. Perry was trying to abuse his power. When you bother me, do you get a real-life date, a real one? No. You'll never get a real-life date with me. You're not good enough. I don't date stupid. And I only go out with men that make sure I don't miss a meal. Okay? I don't date men I have to repeat myself for. Or don't respect my boundaries and fuck with my family. And take everything good that I love and worked hard for. You're not good enough. You're not even kinda. But some woman out there might like that. So anybody out there that likes that kind of guy and thinks that's hot and sexy, get in touch with me. Get in touch with us. We'll give you a hookup. He's desperate and pathetic. So desperate that the best he can do is watch TV and sit there with this blow-up doll. He doesn't have anything real. He pretends he does. So, and you have to repeat yourself all the time. It's unbelievable. It drives me nuts. I can't stand it. That's not how I live my life, repeating myself all the time. My guy won't do it. You're not going to get a call back from him. He won't repeat himself. He said, I already said it once. I think that's enough, don't you? She's not to be broke again. Do not contact her. Comply with the law. Respect her. Respect the law. It's a felony to peep, stalk, hack, steal money that doesn't belong to you, coerce. Grand larceny with intent to coerce. Interference with contracts and commerce with intent to coerce. It's illegal to traffic. It's illegal to exploit. Takes pictures that has his buddy call in with a doorbell camera so he can go into a court of law and say, I got pictures of her just doing normal things normal people do. Legal stuff like working, food delivery. And I'm going to use that to show I'm not stalking. He lives in Texas. What's he doing up here? And now somebody's looking into when he goes to Oklahoma, is he on official business or not? And how much of the trips are paid for by the taxpayers of Texas? I'd add Oklahoma to that. I already did. He's using Oklahoma taxpayer resources to stalk a woman and intimidate and harass. Look at my first false arrest. I put it in the lawsuit. You don't have the right to do that. Mr. Perry, what I said is don't contact me. I don't care what you think. You're showing your delusion when you continue to try to talk to me like you think I care what you think. I don't. Didn't ask you, did I? What did I say? Do not hack me. Do not contact me. Do not peep. Do you understand the words I just said? You act like you have no fucking idea. So, he said she's not to be broke anymore. You had her kicked out of her house. I got Lucius's name out of that. Geppetto's name out of that. Sanjay's name out of that. Beverly. Reuben, James. The only thing that has come from what you've done is we get more evidence against you. What day he's going to arrest you, I don't know, but yesterday's not soon enough for me. It's not. Everybody fucking sick of this. And sick of you. We can get information and you can't. I just named a whole bunch of your people. You can't name even one of my guys. You can't name the one that won't call you back. You can't quote one meeting. I quote you guys all the time. You had one this morning. So all we have to show for what we've done, because the only thing that matters to us is outcomes and results. Anytime we don't get the results and outcomes we want, we reevaluate everything. We change up the whole strategy. We're going to get what we want. What we want is evidence against you to build a criminal case so you go to jail and you can't hurt people anymore. And nobody's gotten closer to that goal than we have. No one you know. All of you, David. I didn't pick a fight with you, David. You picked one with me. I told you, when somebody picks a fight with me, first I walk off. I don't want to deal with it. I don't need the drama. I don't have time. I don't know why you do. You must have a very boring life, sir. And you keep fighting with me. I'm going to make sure you wish you hadn't done that. And you're seeing things you've not seen before, David. But thank you for the compliment that I'm such a threat to your crime, you want me to leave the state. That is unbelievable. My granddad would be extremely proud of me, because only one thing matters to our family. We're law enforcement, my granddad and stuff. I'm the one that caught what everybody else missed. I did that. I'm the one that had the balls to fight this really, really, really bad guy, because you can get killed doing that shit. I almost have. Mr. Perry compliments me also by making me destitute. He's trying to subjugate me. That means I'm doing an excellent job. You're trying to subjugate me, aren't you, Mr. Perry? Why don't you get up and hold a press conference and tell everybody how you're so pathetic. You can't pick on men. Your mommy abused you. She humiliated you. And so you've shit yourself and you're waving your dirty underwear out for everyone to see, making us all look at it. Instead of having some dignity and class, and you keeping that in your own family, you're bothering other people with it. I was raised in the home of an elected official. You do not act like that. You do not fucking act like that. So, why are you? Why are you? You're the one getting told on, sir. You seem to forget that. You're the one getting caught and told on, not me. I'm not committing a crime. I'm the one doing the catching here, see? This was from my guy, but we got a Pinto thing and a Gene Mitchell and Travis Myers thing, and I'm not even gonna show that. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. That was just my work alone. 6 years in a strip club, not one slip up. My work and my work alone. Right? Now all of us, there's about 40 of these guys, most of us are Christians, so we're all going to give credit to God. Because if it weren't for God, I would be dead, and I couldn't do what I do. Our talent is on loan from God. Didn't Rush Limbaugh used to say that? I believe that's true. The way you do a good sting-op is you have to have good instinct. You got to be born with it. You either have it or you don't have it. That's God. There's no other way I would survive this if I didn't have that. So when you guys sit around and have a conversation, if it looks like the only thing we've accomplished, look at our results, look at our outcomes. We don't know anybody working with her. Not one name. We haven't quoted any of their meetings, but they sure got a shit ton of our stuff, right? So maybe we had to rethink a strategy or something, right? Is that what he was trying to say? You intimidating me isn't working for you, sir. It's not even benefiting you. You taking everything I own isn't even benefiting you. It gets us more. Then you got to pay your attorneys billable hours to review everything we get every time you piss us off, taking something from me. You'll have to do it again during your criminal case and try to get it all dismissed. When you fuck with me, we get more. How much is that costing you in attorney fees? Huh? How much is it costing? You don't get a date out of that. You don't have a cover-up out of that. You're not getting information out of doing what you're doing to me. We do. We get the information. It's been very consistently that way every day for 7 years. So for what you've done to me today, watch this.
Please. Just talk to me for 2 minutes. First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
That guy's been raping you since
Leave me alone! Please!
That's okay, I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone.
That guy's been raping you since
Leave
you
me
were 12
alone!
years
Please!
old. Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my god! It's too damn early for this shit! Leave me alone!
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm serious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay, I don't...
Repeat. Oh my god, am I in a nursing home Alzheimer's unit? Or, I mean, listen, if you're gonna be an elected official, you gotta fucking keep up with everybody else, mentally, and you can't. We hear you have Huntington's disease. It causes delusion, paranoia, and psychosis, and apparently all kinds of stupid. All kinds of stupid. I'm not a special education teacher. If you can't keep up with me, I can't do it. You're gonna need a nurse, okay? You need to call your nurse. I don't want anything to do with you. I'll never help you. We all want you gone. Everybody is so pissed off at you and so furious at you for what you've done to me. You have no idea. It gets us all kinds of intel. People are fucking mad. Fucking pissed off. That is not how you get a date. It's not getting you a cover-up. It's getting you a lot of billable hours to your attorney. It'll get you some more later down the road. And your crime is more covered up than it has ever been, ever. The other MO, so I point out two of Mr. Perry's patterns. The second time you do something, we get the pattern. We're not stupid. So the first pattern was protocol wasn't followed in the way that my police report was handled. You don't give it to the offender. That's what they did, who then obstructed justice and destroyed my evidence and committed perjury. The other thing that Judge Hanson should have asked for is, where's the evidence of a political vendetta? That this had something to do with your legislative duties. Can you identify your legislative duties, yes or no? Do you know what state you legislate in? It's not Oklahoma. I've been in Oklahoma not a year, not a day, not a week. 9 years. I came here to be with my family. I had to stay away from them for a little bit because you kept threatening to hurt them, thinking they were leaks. I didn't take you around my family. I would never have introduced you to my family or taken you around them. And fuck you for going to them and threatening them or using them to stalk me or stalking them. Messing with me and my family is why you're in the trouble you're in right now. You, David, Calvin, we didn't come and do anything to you. You picked the fight. You happy that you did that now? Are you happy? Do you feel tough guy picking on a girl? Go to a biker bar, David and Calvin, and beat up a biker dude, a guy. Princess Cuckoo Bird can't. She can't. You do it. You feel tough guy when you pick on a woman? One woman. Did you have your little meeting to get my dasher bullshit all set up? We're fully aware of that. Everything's going to be watched all fucking day. Everything I do. Everything, who orders, when they order, how they order. Every restaurant, everything. Thankfully, most stuff is closed today, right? Everything will be watched. It always is. It always is. So, Mr. Perry, you contacting me again like you think I care what you think. It's not what I said, sir. You need to respond like you understand what I said. Okay, if you want to be an elected official, then you have to be able to think past tying your shoe, okay? You need to act like you understood what I just said. I don't care what you think. I don't want to hear it. Didn't ask you. Just like she didn't ask Neil here. Cuckoo Neil. What do you think of my clothes, Neil? Did she say that? No, she did not. She said, leave me the fuck alone, whack job. Yep. So you're forcing yourself on me, and it's rape, and I don't like it. Everybody's very furious with you people that I'm sleeping in my car on Christmas Day, not with my family. You've overstepped. Big time. Is it working even for you? You getting what you want? Your guy this morning said not. He said not. The other MO, so there's two MOs. Protocols not followed on Justice Scalia, who happens to be in West Texas while they're planning to perpetrate a fraud upon the highest court in the land. We're all over there at the same time. What are the chances? Oh my gosh. Guess what? Good cops do not believe in coincidence. They're looking for patterns. They're looking for MOs. They're looking for offenders who are going to reoffend. Maybe he did this one too. Right? Captain Gimpy. So, this had, the second pattern was, within a week, he did the drugging thing to me and to Mike, and then within a week, we're both false arrested when we don't die. Second pattern. We look for patterns. Here's your pattern. When you fuck with me, you get caught. Nothing else happens but that. It's been that way for 7 years. 9 years. 7 years later, even after the McNamara email, which is the first you know of, you still don't get the pattern. You keep repeating the same conduct that gets you results you say you don't want. So easy, it's not even fair. So for what you've done to me today, I'm not with my family. I'm not in a bed. I'm not walking to the next room to take a shower and pee. I got to drive to a fucking gas station and go pay some, friend of mine or somebody to take a shower when I can afford it. Because you guys, make sure I don't make any money on DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever it is I try to do. Trying to starve me until I lie. Everybody's talked about that, Mr. Perry, at length. She has caused such drastic devastation in her life that if she lies now, we all know he made her. It's not like, that means she's telling the truth right now. You think people are as fucktard as you? They're not. And you can't lie to people smarter than you. And for you, that's everybody. It's fucking everybody. I said, leave me alone. My guy will not help you. You're running out of time. The more you drag this out, the less he can do to help you. And until he's not going to help you, I'll never help you. He will try to help you. But you're limiting that at this point. There's not a whole lot he can do. How do you explain away all the I told you so, I told you so, I did say, I said it before, not after. They trafficked me, I told you. They're trying to force me out of Oklahoma because I'm too much of a threat to their crime. I'm Chief Hall's granddaughter. You should have looked into that first. When you fuck with me, you get caught. Nothing else happens but that. Then you got a bunch of billable hours. Your attorney's got to read through everything that we got out of that. He's going to have to do it again in your criminal case and try to get some of it dismissed. Each little thing we got. Every time you fuck with me. It's not even working even for you. All we have to show for, the guy says this morning, all we have to show for what we've done after he's reading everything. In other words, the only thing we have to show for what we've done over all these years is more uncovered up crime. Right? There's no date. There's no chance of a date. I don't date girls. Sorry. I gotta have a man. I gotta have a man that respects boundaries and my rights and wishes. And when I say, I want you to get out of my life and don't call my family and don't fuck up everything I try to do, that you respect that. My privacy, sir. And I don't date a guy unless he makes sure I don't miss a meal. Period. You can't do that. You don't ride this ride. That's just the way it is. So we're looking for you to have a woman that's into your weird shit, okay? Doesn't mind if you ruin their life and have them eating out of a dumpster. You know you're repulsive if that's how bad things got to get before you look like the better thing. You know that. That's what you're saying in that action, okay? So, for what you've done to me today, my guy says, watch this. They don't want a phone call back from me because what I said, if you want a phone call back from me, a couple things got to happen. You get out of her privacy, get out of her life, don't contact her or her family again. Cure what you broke, and she's not to be broke anymore. Fix what you fucked up, and she's not to be broke anymore. And if you don't do that, then you don't really want a phone call after all. You're just, I don't know what the hell you're doing. Leave me the fuck alone, whack job. Leave me the fuck alone. We're trying to find you another date, okay? So you can have something actually real, something beyond watching TV, pretending. A 1-year-old little girl can do that. A retarded monkey can do what you do. Yeah, not impressive.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, man. Leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless woman's giving you enthusiastic and continuous slightest body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. You need to leave her alone. This is big.
That's okay. I don't think.
Leave me alone. I don't want to pray for this. Please leave me alone. Make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all the scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches? I got
I
scratches.
can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of it.
Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't
get
give a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is
the
that a
whole fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
This make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all the scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches? I got
I
scratches.
can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of it.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I don't
gonna
give
get
a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is
the
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
This make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all the scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches? I got
I
scratches.
can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of it.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I don't give a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is
the
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
This make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does... Whoa.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone. I don't want to pray for this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me.
Oh my god. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone. Sir, please leave. Whoa.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone. I don't want to pray for this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please. Oh my god. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.